just let them know your name and outlet. That would be super helpful.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Hayden with Starburst Magazine.
Oh, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Sweet.
Hi, Natalie. Winter's coming.
Oh, winter's coming. Cool.
Hi, Nigeria Chambers from Big O Belt Media.
Hi, I'm Isaac Rouse with Polygon.
Sweet.
Are you with Discussing Film?
And Bro with Nerdist.
Nice to meet you. I feel like I kept going sweet. Yeah, cool. Sorry. I don't know what to say.
Okay, great. And if I can just go around the room, asking question by question, I'll hit start on the timer, and you guys have 15 minutes.
So Dexter, I'll start with you. I was looking for you in the crowd, and I realized I was looking for a bald kid, and there was no bald kid. So, I mean, tell me about what it was like wearing a bald cap, and would you do it again?
It was not a bald cap.
Was it not?
No, I did have to shave my hair. So
Wow,
the first auditioning, they said, "Are you okay with shaving your head?" And I was like, fully committed. I was like,
Nice.
I'm going to do this. Actually, at one of the last auditions, we had a plan to bring a razor into the audition and then just shave my hair. But then we were like, this is true, this is what happened. And then we were like, what if you don't get the role?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to be going to school with a bald head for no reason.
Yeah, looking like an actual egg.
Yeah. And the first thing is, it's very cold.
Yeah.
It's very cold being bald, but I do like it. And I made kind of like a business at my school because basically everyone wanted to touch my hair, and we have this like youth club where you can get food and everything. And I went, right, if you can touch my head, then you have to buy me something. And I made like a whole thing.
Yeah. He would give that thing away, so it was non-profit.
I'm curious for both of you, what was the first scene that you shot together, and how was it sort of figuring out that dynamic?
The first meeting.
That was actually the first time.
The
usually,
first time Duncan
Yeah,
Egg
because
meet.
usually it's not, you don't film in sequence,
Yeah.
but in just that scene, that was actually the first scene we filmed together.
Yeah. The
that
first
was-
scene where they meet in episode 1 is the first thing.
first thing.
And do you know what? Do you remember it was sort of difficult? I remember Owen was like, yeah, it was like we couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, because that scene.
But it was
and
my
the-
fault. He was great. I was
The
terrified.
emotion of that. No, it was me as well, because
Yeah.
me having that emotion of like not picking, well, obviously,
Yeah.
he throws me like a copper and I don't pick it up.
Yeah, and you also had to be on top of Garacha as well. Do you remember with the sword and stuff?
And that
so-
was hard because I had to wear all
Yeah.
surrounds out.
But there was loads of different things. There was like the cape wasn't sitting right, the cloak wasn't sitting right, and it was
You had
like
to go
all of
see
it
it
was
like a
like,
million
yeah. I was
times.
like, I'm screwing this up, but we got it there in the end, and
Yeah.
it looks really good. We're really happy with it. Yeah.
Awesome. For both of you guys, so compared to A Song of Ice and Fire and Fire and Blood, these novellas are lighter. They're even more like venturing into the cozy fantasy genre space. So how did you guys tackle joining a franchise that's so iconic with something that's so distinctly different?
Well, I've never watched any of the House of Dragons or Game of Thrones, so.
Thank God.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
I think I've used this loads. People are going to be like,
No, you have. You keep saying.
I keep saying thank God. You just need to tell me shut up. Yeah, no. It's we knew pretty early on as well that we were going to be leaning into the comedic aspects of things. So
Yeah, but also it's definitely, I think, the lighter version of this because I haven't watched it. But it's probably the most like disturbing thing I've still been.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like
It's not pitch perfect, happy.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
But like the comedic aspects they're earned kind of towards the start, and like for any fans that are kind of nervous about that side of things, like as I'm sure, like because I of course was like wondering and self-conscious, was I gonna deliver these things in such a sort of serious world of things, and it does work. It does work in the end, and you still get your political conflict and your gory violence and all these things as well. And I think the actual characters of Duncan Egg lend themselves to a sort of a comedic thing, you know, that sort of way. So it was kind of easy to do towards the end, really.
Yeah,
It was.
It got
We
easier
found a
and
sort of a
easier.
sweet spot with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that with every Game of Thrones series, we're all looking for that big moment, whether it's, we know ahead of the time or the moment everybody talks about afterwards, social media gets involved. And I think it's a no-brainer with this one. Everybody knows that there's an event that only happened twice in all of the books, and that's the Trial of Seven.
Yep.
I'm not going to say what episodes it's going to occur, but I'm curious about the filming of it, of between the moments, the building up to it, and the ultimate payoff from it, which I would imagine you would consider such an epic within the whole series itself.
Sure.
You actually did some of that.
Good bit of it.
Yeah.
And the reason that kind of couldn't do as much as we were on such a tight schedule, so there was points where we're in the studio filming the other stuff, and we had a second unit, the best stunt team I've ever seen
They
in
were
my life.
amazing, because like all of that you're going
Yeah.
to see is incredible.
Yeah, and
just as George said, it's
for sure. The stuntman, there's stuntman that was in my armour, Jula, just the nicest, most kindest human being. And I remember being in having to come out and do the bits that I had to do as well, and had time to do because we're filming in the studio. I remember like coming back and we were like complaining about the little bit of temperature in the studio, and I was like, oh God, where's coffee's not here yet. And then we come out and these stuntmen are like, have spent 3 weeks out in Glenarm just covered in wasps and just completely exhausted, and they are the heroes of this for all that jousting stuff, and especially the Devil's Horsemen have to be commemorated as well. Like some of the practical effects and some of the things that really happened on horses with all these different stunt equipment, it's beyond belief. And as well as that, the props guys as well, because it's so clear in the book that it's a thick, dense fog, and trying to make that happen and shoot at the same time was a nightmare. So the people really
and also when I
earned it.
was like screaming and shouting in that scene, which I wasn't, that was hard.
Yeah.
Nothing was in front of me. It was one of the ADs with a tennis ball.
Yeah.
So I was screaming like, "Get up!
It was
Come on, Thunder!"
It was an
while
appreciation.
screaming to a tennis ball.
Yeah.
It was really hard to act in front of a tennis ball.
It's a real, and it was like for him as well, it's such an eye opener to how these things are made, and what you see in the finished product is so glorious.
And how
and
much
stuff, but
effort is put into it.
Oh boy, it's like an ant farm on steroids, just working so well. Yeah, but it was great. I'm really proud of everyone for that too. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
No problem.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Jack, I love your blazer. I just wanted to say that.
Thanks.
First and foremost. It's super cool. I do. But my question
But what
is
about
directed
your
at
blazer?
you. I do have a question for you, Peter, and I'm so sorry. You mentioned attaining knighthood may be a bit more difficult in
Look at
Westeros
this. It's immediately taken out. Yeah.
than Middle Earth. And it sounds like you're a Middle Earth guy, but you're like square in the feet of Westeros right now. I wonder if you can compare and contrast what it means to attain knighthood or prove knighthood in Westeros as opposed to
I don't know. What I meant by that too, as well as let's make this. What I meant by that is just because of like, I feel like there is so much more honor present because of the adult themes and stuff in Game of Thrones and in George's world. It's so people get so far in positions and status and stuff by doing hideous things and being part of and stabbing people in the back, literally, figuratively, and like with the glorious trilogy that is Lord of the Rings, is like you see so much more honor in those awful things other than we're talking Morgoth and Sauron. It's like other than those pure evil, it's a lot more of that sort of old we'll say like that fairy tale evil, do you know, that sort of thing. So I feel like there's a kind of not that it's more difficult, it's like navigating trying to be a decent knight. Like a knight with some status must be a lot more of a head fog thing, do you know, that sort of thing. But in no way, I mean, like Aragorn kicks Dunk's ass every day, for sure. And I'd say George would probably agree. Yeah, for sure.
We have time for 2 last questions.
Oh, I'm screwing this up so bad.
Maybe give shorter answers, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
So, what do you say is the most challenging part of animating the show, also to bring out different ranges of the acting?
My most challenging scene was definitely at the beginning of the 4th episode. There was this massive scene.
Yeah.
There was this massive scene, and I'm not going to say where it is, but there's this big emotional scene.
Yeah.
It's not a twist, but it's a very big emotional scene, and there's so much stuff that's put into that, and it was so hard. It was so hard to like do and accomplish. And the amazing director, I couldn't have done it without her.
Yeah. Oh,
Sarah Dean
Sarah's
Smith. She
amazing.
really helped me in that scene get that emotional stuff out.
I look back on that scene so fondly because they were my 2 or 3 days off, the only 3 days off I got as well because I wasn't there. But yeah, I think
You were in that scene.
not in that initial scene where it's you and Garacha.
No, that's
Is
not
that
the
in
scene.
4?
No, the beginning of 4.
Oh, 4, sorry, yes, yeah, of course, sorry. I thought you were talking the beginning of 3.
No.
All right, yeah, perfect. No, that was great. And like, that's an example of when we're talking about the comedic beats and stuff like that, you've an opportunity to play so many different themes and emotions and stuff, so it's almost like the dream come true for an actor to be able to do all these
And
different
that's
things.
what's great about this story, because you go to so many different emotions, and like Dunk's saying, it's a dream for an actor.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, man.
2 last questions.
Besides kind of Game of Thrones world, did you draw from any other stories or anything like that for your performances or your dynamics?
Yeah. What about you? Did you draw from anything? Like any characters from Harry Potter? I don't know. Like,
No, but like, what do you mean, like?
as in, like, did you take some characteristics from other characters, other kind of personality things from other characters to help build Egg? Is Egg like anybody else that you like?
I just read the novellas.
Yeah, fair.
That's all.
I don't know if we got clear. Can I say the thing that I was asked about the Geralt of Rivia?
As long as we're all holding spoilers until respective
Oh yeah,
episodes.
no, it's no
Great.
spoiler. That first season of The Witcher, Henry Cavill's thing, and my brother, to be honest with you, I was like, I've told myself that I'm not allowed a PlayStation because I do not get anything done. But I went home for a while after and watched my brother play The Witcher 3.
You spent like the whole night.
Yeah, and I was just literally eating cereal watching it. But Henry Cavill's Geralt, I haven't seen Liam Hemsworth's things, but I find that he is Superman, but he was Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher, and I feel there was kind of this comparison where it's like Dunk is kind of like his movement into Ashford and stuff. He's kind of a less sexy, less confident, less charismatic Geralt of Rivia. That's what I was kind of like, yeah, that's a good way to go, I think.
Do
Yeah.
you think we can say that?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, do you think we can say that he?
I asked them, they said it was cool.
No, do you think we can say that Henry Cavill?
No, God, no, don't say that. Sorry, you didn't hear that.
So I guess last question. So Dunk is such a sincerely good and noble character in a sort of age of storytelling where like the anti-hero is kind of popping up everywhere and we don't see that goodness too much. How did you kind of imagine creating this wholesomeness without getting kind of corny or unbelievable with him?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, and that goes back to the comedic beats. It's like you can't overdo them because you're in the world of Game of Thrones. It's like if they're overdone, it just completely takes you out of it, and it's just not authentic to the world. So I was trying to find that really sort of like whisper and quietness of comedy and not overdoing things, because we kept there was a couple of times where I was like, he hits his head quite a lot in the first one, which helps.
Funny.
And then I was like, and then there was a couple of times when we were filming different things in episode
And you do
2
in
and
real
stuff.
life as well.
Yeah, I hit my head a couple of times, and then I was like, me and Owen and Ira were kind of like, I think that's probably too much head hits. You know, we're probably egging that, but it was just trying to have and it was just trying to have that.
You hit it.
Yeah, it was trying to have that appreciation of not over-egging things, definitely, for sure, and that contributed to giving him that sort of organic feel that he's actually a real character. For sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
bring Ira over here, and I'm gonna take you two to your last
Brilliant.
round.
Thank
Show's
you.
great
Can
so
I
far.
just
By the way.
see the back of your jacket?
Yeah, sure.
Appreciate
You
it.
have a favorite video game?
Oh, amazing.
video game?
I love it. Did you make it?
No, we got
The best thing about coming to New York is like the week before I'm after completely just binging Spider-Man 2, and I didn't get a PS5 for the whole shoot because I knew I had stuff to do. Spider-Man 2 wasn't really Spider-Man 1, the first one.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know either. You think double the Spider-Man, double the fun? That's not
Yeah,
the
I
case.
know, and the web wings and everything was like the gameplay was amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know
Something
what it was
lacking.
in the story, but it was still brilliant.
I
But
feel the same.
like none of them compared to Arkham Knight. No way.
My
Not
man.
at all. Yeah. When I was playing rugby, I spent my time training by day and then saving Gotham by night.
My man.
I just never slept. Cheers, dude.
Cheers, bro.
Prequel.